On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Pessimistic.
Tending to see the worst aspect of things, or expecting the worst possible outcome.
Examples:
Take a pessimistic view of life. Pessimistic for our survival. She was unduly pessimistic about her future.
Incurable.
Not able to be cured, healed, or remedied, beyond recovery or redemption.
Examples:
Incurable patient. Incurable romantic. The patient was diagnosed with an incurable disease and given only a few months to live.
Optimist.
A person who tends to expect the best in all things and to be hopeful and confident about the future.
Examples:
Optimist by nature. Excessive optimist. She is a confident optimist who always looks on the bright side.
Gore.
To pierce with a sharp object, causing injury or death. Noun, coagulated blood from a wound.
Examples:
Gore him with a weapon. Gore scene. The hunter gored the deer with an arrow.
Inconvenient.
Causing trouble or difficulty, not convenient or suitable.
Examples:
Face an inconvenient truth. Inconvenient for shopping. It was inconvenient for her to go out of her way to pick up the package.
Unwitting.
Without purpose or intent.
Examples:
Unwitting victims. An unwitting mistake. His rudeness was unwitting, not intentional.
Drown.
To die or cause to die by being unable to breathe underwater.
Examples:
Drown in a bath. I was drowned in work. Floods have the potential to drown any subsurface animals easily.
Physicist.
A scientist who specializes in the field of physics.
Examples:
Talented physicist. Theoretical physicist. Einstein was an outstanding and famous physicist of the 20th century.
Foreknowledge.
Knowledge or awareness of something before it happens, the ability to know or predict events in advance.
Examples:
Divine foreknowledge. Philosophical foreknowledge. The psychic claimed to have foreknowledge of future events.
Talisman.
An object believed to bring good luck or protection to its owner, often worn as jewelry or carried on one's person.
Examples:
Protective talisman, religious talisman. I always carry my grandmother's talisman for good luck.
Contemplate.
To think about a possible future action or to think about something for a long time thoughtfully.
Examples:
Contemplate a marriage. Contemplated leaving school. I recently contemplated dropping out of school and getting a full-time job.
Rethink.
To consider again a plan, idea, etc., especially to change it.
Examples:
Rethink a marketing plan. Rethink the role of the manager. We have to rethink our company's product lineup for further growth.
Periphery.
The outer edge or margin of something, especially a geographical area or a group of people.
Examples:
Around the periphery. Periphery countries. The factory was located on the city's periphery, away from residential areas.
Pessimism.
A tendency to see the worst in things and anticipate adverse outcomes. A belief that the world is generally bad or that something will go wrong more often than it will go right.
Examples:
Deep pessimism. Sense of pessimism. The CEO's constant pessimism about the company's future affected employee morale.
Optimism.
A feeling or the belief that good things will happen, or the quality of being full of hope and emphasizing the positive aspects of a situation.
Examples:
Sense of optimism. Political optimism. There is considerable optimism that the economy will recover soon.
Megatrend.
A large-scale or long-term trend that has a significant impact on society or the economy, often influencing multiple sectors or industries.
Examples:
Global megatrend. Megatrend forecasting. The latest megatrend in the fashion industry is sustainable clothing.
Saline.
Containing salt, of or relating to chemical salts.
Examples:
A saline lake. Irrigation with saline. The drug is dissolved in a saline solution.
Disproportionately.
In a way that is not reasonably or appropriately balanced, equal, or distributed, in a manner that is unequal or excessive about something else.
Examples:
Disproportionately affected. Disproportionately high. The rich can often disproportionately benefit from tax breaks and other advantages.
Grandchild.
A child of someone's son or daughter.
Examples:
Grandchild-grandparent relationship. Grandchild development. The grandparents take care of their grandchild while the parents are at work.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Slum.
A heavily populated urban area characterized by poor, rundown housing and infrastructure, often associated with poverty and social neglect.
Examples:
Slum area. Slum dwellers. The government needs to invest more in affordable housing options to reduce the number of people living in slums.
Shanty.
A small, crudely built, usually temporary house or dwelling, often used to describe a rough or inexpensive structure.
Examples:
Shanty-style lodging. Makeshift shanty. The beach shanty provided temporary shelter for the stranded tourists.
Sandstorm.
A severe, and often violent, windstorm in which a cloud of sand and dust is blown over a wide area, reducing visibility and causing damage to structures and equipment.
Examples:
Sandstorm warning. Sandstorm season. Many people experienced breathing difficulties during the severe sandstorm.
Hectare.
A unit of area equal to 10,000 square meters.
Examples:
Hectare land. Housing per hectare. The farm spans over 100 hectares of land.
Humming.
Producing a continuous, low, vibrating sound like that of the bee.
Examples:
Humming sound. Hummingbird. The humming of the bees filled the air as she walked through the garden.
Pandemic.
An outbreak of a disease that affects many people over a very wide area.
Examples:
Flu pandemic. Global pandemic. They fear a pandemic of a new type of virus.
Zoonotic.
Relating to a zoonosis, which is a disease or infection that can be transmitted from animals to humans.
Examples:
Zoonotic diseases. Zoonotic transmission. The spread of the disease was due to its zoonotic nature, able to infect both humans and animals.
Bioweapon.
A biological agent or toxin that is intentionally used as a weapon to cause harm or death to humans, animals, or plants and to disrupt social, economic, or political stability.
Examples:
Bioweapon research. Deploy bioweapons. Using insects or aminals as a vector to spread diseases is a classical bioweapon.
Magnify.
To make something look bigger than it really is, especially by looking at it through a lens. To make something bigger, stronger, or louder.
Examples:
magnify the danger, magnify the image for display. Terrorists often attempt to magnify the economic impact of their acts of destruction.
Marginalize.
To treat a person or group as insignificant or unimportant, to push to the edge or margin of society or a group, to exclude from power or influence.
Examples:
marginalize minorities, marginalize dissenting voices. It's important not to marginalize certain groups of people based on their race, religion, or ethnicity.
Unequal.
Different in amount, size, degree, or value, not fair.
Examples:
unequal distribution, unequal opportunity. The income inequality in the country is becoming increasingly unequal.
Riot.
A violent disturbance of the peace by a crowd, characterized by destruction of property, looting, arson, and attacks on individuals.
Examples:
riot police, riot control gas. The riots in the city have left many buildings damaged and several people injured.
Quaint.
Attractively or charmingly old-fashioned or unusual, often used to describe something with a pleasingly unusual or quirky appearance or manner.
Examples:
quaint village, quaint cottage. The quaint old town was full of historic buildings and charming shops.
Forerunner.
A person or thing that comes before another and serves as a sign or indication of what is to come, a predecessor or early stage of something.
Examples:
forerunner of technology, forerunner in the field. The steam engine was a forerunner to modern locomotives.
Destabilize.
To cause something to become less stable or secure.
Examples:
destabilize the market, destabilize a good relationship. The political crisis destabilized the country and caused widespread turmoil.
Sectarian.
Relating to a group or faction that is narrowly focused on its own religious, political, or ideological beliefs, often at the expense of others or in opposition to differing viewpoints.
Examples:
sectarian violence, sectarian tension. The political campaign descended into a sectarian battle between rival parties.
Nihilist.
A person who rejects all religious, moral, and political beliefs and values. A person who believes life is meaningless and void of purpose.
Examples:
violent nihilist, militant nihilist. The professor accused the student of being a nihilist for constantly challenging the course material.
Materialism.
A philosophical belief that physical matter is the only or fundamental reality and that everything, including thought, feeling, mind, and consciousness can be reduced to matter and physical explanations.
Examples:
Rampant materialism. Materialism society. He was accused of being driven by materialism, putting wealth and possessions above all else.
Despondent.
In low spirits, feeling or showing extreme discouragement or gloom.
Examples:
Feel despondent. A despondent mood. After her dog passed away, she was despondent for weeks, unable to find joy.
Energize.
To give energy or vitality to someone or something, to invigorate.
Examples:
Energize the body. Energize a team. The motivational speaker energized the crowd with their words.
Deforest.
To clear an area of forest or trees.
Examples:
Deforest a mountain. Deforest millions of acres. The company planned to deforest a large rainforest area to make way for a new plantation.
Effluent.
Liquid waste or sewage that is discharged or released into a body of water, a byproduct or waste material that flows out or is expelled from a manufacturing process or system.
Examples:
Effluent discharge. Toxic effluent. The factory's effluent was carefully monitored to ensure it didn't harm the environment.
Populate.
To inhabit or occupy a particular area, region, or environment with a certain number or type of people, animals, or plants, to fill out or complete a form, document, or database with relevant information.
Examples:
Populate the countryside. Populate the spreadsheet. Deer, squirrels, and birds primarily populate the forest.
Sub-Saharan.
Of or relating to or situated in the area south of the Sahara Desert.
Examples:
Sub-Saharan Africa. Sub-Saharan countries. The coffee producers in sub-Saharan countries are at the sharp end of fluctuations in price.
Ebola.
A highly contagious and often fatal viral disease that causes severe fever and internal bleeding, primarily occurring in remote areas of Central and West Africa.
Examples:
Ebola epidemic. Ebola virus. The Ebola outbreak in West Africa caused widespread panic and fear.
Pox.
A group of infectious diseases that cause skin eruptions and fever, such as smallpox, chicken pox, and cowpox, often used to refer specifically to the skin eruptions caused by these diseases.
Examples:
Deadly pox disease. Pox virus. The child had a severe chicken pox and had to stay home for over a week.
Westward.
Directed or going towards the west, located in the west, moving or facing towards the west.
Examples:
Westward expansion, westward migration. Lewis and Clark's westward journey was an important exploration of the newly acquired Louisiana Territory.
Laureate.
A person who has been awarded an honor or a prize for achievement in a particular field, especially in literature or academia. A poet who is honored for achieving the highest level of excellence in a competition or for producing a lifetime body of work.
Examples:
Oscar laureate, poet laureate. The Nobel laureate delivered an inspiring speech to the graduating class.
Paralyze.
To cause a person or part of the body to become unable to move or feel.
Examples:
Paralyze a city. Paralyze a person. The venom from the snake bite paralyzed his arm.
Inaction.
The lack of action or activity, the state of not doing anything, the failure to take action when action is needed.
Examples:
Excuse for inaction. Consequences of inaction. Inaction in response to climate change poses a dire threat to our future.
Eradicate.
To get rid of or destroy something completely, especially something bad.
Examples:
Eradicate the deficit. Eradicate racial discrimination. We are trying to eradicate this disease from the world.
Smallpox.
A highly contagious viral disease characterized by fever, weakness, spots on the skin, and often death.
Examples:
Smallpox epidemic. Smallpox vaccine. An outbreak of smallpox occurred in the 1920s.
Polio.
An acute infectious disease caused by a virus that attacks nerve cells in the spinal cord and brain, leading to paralysis, muscle weakness, and potentially lifelong disability.
Examples:
Polio epidemic. Polio eradication. The polio vaccine development is regarded as one of the greatest medical achievements of the 20th century.
Guinea.
A former British gold coin worth 21 shillings, or a unit of currency used in some West African countries. Guinea, a republic in Western Africa on the Atlantic.
Examples:
Guinea coins. Guinea pig. The cost of the antique vase is 3 guineas.
Forebear.
An ancestor or a precursor.
Examples:
A forebear of one of the tribes. Forebear predecessor. His forebear was one of the first settlers in the area.
Republican.
A person who supports or advocates for a particular form of government, typically one that has an elected head of state rather than a monarch, a member or supporter of the Republican Party in the United States.
Examples:
Republican ideology, Republican Party. Many Republican lawmakers are advocating for stricter immigration policies.
Far-reaching.
Having a wide or significant impact or influence.
Examples:
Achieve far-reaching reform. Far-reaching consequences. The far-reaching effects of the policy change are still being felt.
Senate.
A legislative body, especially the upper house of a parliament.
Examples:
Senate hearing. Senate Finance Committee. The Senate Majority Leader announced plans to bring the bill to the floor for a vote.
Entendre.
Also entente, a word or expression that has a double meaning, often one that is sexual or suggestive.
Examples:
Humorous entendre. Unintended entendre. The double entendre in the comedian's joke had the audience laughing.
Cordial.
Warm and friendly, polite and gracious, sincere and heartfelt.
Examples:
Cordial greeting. Cordial relationship. The host greeted the guests with a cordial welcome and offered them drinks.
Evangelical.
Relating to or advocating a form of Protestant Christianity that emphasizes personal conversion and faith over religious rituals and central authority within the church.
Examples:
Evangelical mission. Evangelical Christian group. The evangelical pastor delivered a powerful sermon to his congregation.
Mobilize.
To make something ready for action or use, to organize people or resources for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Mobilize cooperation. Mobilize a stiff joint. The military mobilized troops to the border.
Broth.
A liquid in which meat, fish, or vegetables have been cooked, used as a base for soups and stews.
Examples:
Chicken broth. Remains of broth. I always add a bit of broth to my soup to give it more flavor.
Monastery.
A building or complex of buildings in which members of a male religious community, called monks, live and worship.
Examples:
Monastery garden. Leave a monastery. This ancient monastery was founded in the 13th century and had a long history of religious devotion.
Pharaoh.
The title of the ancient Egyptian kings.
Examples:
A young pharaoh. Egyptian pharaoh. The pharaoh Khufu had his people build the most famous pyramids in the world.
Ram.
To strike or push forcefully, often to cause damage, to batter or break open a door or barrier using brute force.
Examples:
Ram the door open. Ram into the ice. The car rammed into the wall, causing significant damage.
Conquer.
To bring under control by force or authority.
Examples:
Conquer fatal disease. Conquer the world. You must conquer your anxiety about driving.
Laborer.
A person who works with their hands, especially manual work in manual trades and industries.
Examples:
An unskilled laborer. Laborers' union. The seasonal laborer worked hard to build the bridge.
Reignite.
To cause something to start burning again.
Examples:
Reignite my interest. Reignite the spark. His speech reignited the passion of the crowd.